Good evening. How's everybody doing this evening? I will send out links here shortly. Excalibur, Isaiah, how y'all doing? Okay, links have been sent. You'll get there, Isaiah. Enjoying some rum. There you go. Links have been sent to all the fellas. You can check your email. Should be there. Oh, I understand, Van Berg. Sorry to hear that, buddy. What's up, Peter?
Hey, John.
Okay, there we go. My phone's finally working.
How you doing, Isaiah?
I'm doing good, my brother. How you doing?
All right.
What's up, Isaiah?
Not much, man. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. I gotta turn this furnace off. Be right back.
Yep. You know, I got something pretty interesting to tell you about, Mr. John, that I encountered recently on that Linux startup y'all saw. I happened to take a climb up in the attic and look at the furnace. Come to find out, this is, and that's bad. I've learned, from working on all Linux equipment that every these units come with a TXV from the factory. Well, the idiots that put this unit in and they put the damn piston on it, believe it or not. And when I went up in the air with the tonnage of the furnace, I got a 3-ton AC with about 1.5 tons to 2-ton furnace. So my dad even said that, hey, this thing's got piss poor hell of a hard time heating the house in winter. It's about 29 degrees out. I'm like, we're going to catch y'all this year with heating season coming up.
Yep.
And I'm hoping I don't get a call back for that. So I don't know why someone, why in God's name would you do that? That's something I encountered recently. So.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
what's up?
I didn't even notice y'all were all. Joel's in here. Michael, how y'all doing?
What's up, Mr. Joel? What's up, Michael?
Isaiah, Mike, Peter, John, what's going on?
Hey, guys. Same old shit.
Yes, sir.
Hey, natural gas, I did. I sent it to you, buddy. It's already been sent.
Mr. Ken.
How you doing, Mr. Ken?
Pretty good. You, John?
What's up,
Oh,
Mr. Ken?
Can't complain.
Pretty good, brother.
You got your moonshine tonight?
Yes, I do, but I'm not drinking. I'm drinking milk.
Yep.
Oatmeal cookies.
I'm about to
Hey,
crack
can y'all
me a
see
beer
anything
open.
behind me? Question mark.
Oh, yeah. It's beer 30.
Hey,
Yep. What's up, Ted?
what's up, Ted? How you doing, my brother? Good seeing you.
And if we get Ted in here, I'm going to shit a brick.
He joins them every so often, but not too often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, John, hey, remember that little call I was telling you about, Mr. John?
Yeah.
In Chalmette? Well, when I went back, come to find out, the one unit got checked, and the capacitor checked out fine. Well, that some bitch died right in front of me, the fan motor.
Yeah.
And it was with the compressor was running without the fan motor. Sure enough, cooled it down. Went to start it back up. Fan motor's dead. I think it some bitch damaged itself enough to kill the motor, and the
Yeah.
capacitor checked out fine. And I didn't have enough time to put a new cap on it to be safe because it was fixing to start raining. So I had to hurry get out of there, and I came back the next day and heard that thing running without the compressor running up without the fan motor. So I shut it down.
Mr. Chance. Chance, are you with us?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
How you doing?
What's up, Chance?
What's
What's
going
up,
on, man? How y'all doing?
Pretty good, pretty
Not
good.
Yep,
Right.
not too bad.
Starting to warm up here.
Yeah, it was hot today.
Well, it was warming up, but now it's been chilled. Not cold, but it mild today over here.
It was like 60 degrees today here.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
about
about
where
60.
we're at.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
I don't. You might want to turn your stuff up a little bit. You're real low. I mean, no, you sound great. You're just low.
Mike, you get a new setup there?
Oh yeah, Mike went out
Yeah.
and bought a whole fucking big old shit shebang.
Yeah.
That's what I want to get.
Go to
How
your
much something like that costs?
go to the little gear up at the top of the Hangouts settings and make sure you got that microphone of yours set up.
How much a rig like that costs?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you. We'll just
Oh,
put it that. My
you-
wife might be listening.
You sound good now.
Okay. That's what it was. I had the wrong microphone selected.
Yeah.
But
What microphone is that?
An Infinity.
Okay. Somebody in the chat is saying about a TV in the background. Who's got a TV in the background?
I do.
Not me.
How's that?
Better.
so how's everybody been?
Good, man.
Busy.
I went to,
Busy working, man.
Nashville for the first time ever today. It was pretty badass up there. Not gonna lie.
I want to go to Nashville. That's one of my dream places
Dude.
to go.
It was sick, man. I'm telling you. Well,
It's
I-
first of all,
too.
St. Patty's Day weekend, so it was extremely crowded. But we went downtown and walked around, hit Margaritaville up, hit a couple of bars up.
Yeah, well, I'm an old country bumpkin, so I want to go see the Grand Ole Opry and the
Yeah.
Country Music
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we didn't go in, but we went by, looked around and everything. We went
If
in
I
that,
go to Nashville, I'm going. I'm going to the Hall of Fame and to the Grand Ole Opry.
hell yeah.
You need to go to the
Yep.
Grand Ole Opry at Christmas.
Oh,
I was
really?
too scared. I was too scared of getting robbed when I was there. I mean, that in Memphis, dude. I actually broke down in Memphis in a Walmart parking lot, and a police officer come up to me and he said, "I'm just checking on you." He said, "This is a bad part of town to be broke down in."
Yeah.
Damn.
And I thought it was a good part of town.
I've heard Memphis is a shithole.
Yeah.
I ain't
You
never
know,
been, I ain't never been to Memphis either.
I've been
Yeah,
to
with some
Nashville.
boys in Wallen, y'all, it is, fucking crazy. Some of the thoughts you got to be broken down in. Literally, if you're in downtown North Minneapolis, pull a freaking gun on your ass. Just for the money in your pocket, they'll pull a gun on you.
Oh yeah, you want to
I'm
feel like
serious.
you're in danger? Come on down to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Hey, John, I heard somebody got killed this year at the,
Yep.
what was it, Mardi Gras?
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Yeah,
one-
but
one damn bit.
John, that electrician that was shot and killed, I was friends with him.
Hey,
Well,
Gary. Yeah, I'm in an underground bunker, man. I'm actually down
there you go.
down
That's
in my
awesome.
basement.
I was wondering.
Yeah, down in my basement, man. It's like my little man cave area down here. I got my bike and a bunch of junk. I really need to clean this place up.
You know,
Yep.
the thing about New Orleans is all you guys that are not from Louisiana, I don't know if some of y'all have ever been there or if you haven't. I would not recommend anybody come during Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is crazy. But I don't live far from there. If any of you decide you want to come, I'll be glad to go meet y'all there. I love New Orleans. Love it.
Yep.
But you
too.
do have to watch where you go. And fortunately, if I'd be glad to meet y'all there, I know where not to go. And
Yeah.
and the thing about Bourbon Street, everybody needs to go to Bourbon Street at night and see the party.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
have,
but what's the
but you got to stay away from the alleys. there's like alleys where you can cut across as a shortcut. You don't want to do that because if you take one of those alleys, somebody's going to hold you up or something like that.
That's crazy. You're
Yeah,
a big dude,
you know,
John. I don't see anybody fucking with you like that.
No, you'd be surprised, man. Somebody will come and pull
Yeah.
a gun on you, a knife but as long as you stay out of those alleys,
Yeah.
you're usually okay if you stay on the main drag. But if you say, "Oh, I'm gonna take that alley and take a shortcut," now you fucked up.
It's crazy. I carry everywhere I go just for those reasons.
You know what's it's a really really good sort of visit on North Carrollton and Canal. There's a low Big Easy food and gas I used to take care of. I used to take care of the air conditioning for them at one time. I did the AC and the walk-in coolers. I did pretty much all the work for them.
Well,
Now they got another guy they use for the AC, believe it or not. And I just passed right there in one of my recent videos. You'll see I passed right in front of the store. Boy, they got the coldest beer in town, believe it or not, because of my dad.
I'll tell you this. You go to New Orleans and you're carrying. Yes, Gary, there's a lot of pit pocketing going on. And you carrying. You better not be scared to use. You better not be scared to use that son of a bitch because
I ain't never scared.
The person that's holding you up is not scared to use theirs. I can promise you that.
John, you know who I am, man?
Don't be scared.
You're in. I was going to say that. You know, you're in the military and all that, so I know you're not afraid to use yours.
I ain't afraid, buddy. I invite the invitation.
Oh
to,
no,
to
I'm
fucking,
just, and I'm not singling.
Get a chance.
I'm not singling none of you guys. That I'm just saying in general. If you're carrying, you better not freeze up when you go to use it because they're not going to.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And once you start carrying, you pretty much put those big boy britches on.
Oh yeah, because in New Orleans, they'll stab you, they'll shoot you. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to my first carrier class, Mr. Chance and John.
Oh, you went?
Nice.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I had a good time. I even made friends with one of the technicians from Total Maintenance, AC Heating and Electrical.
Mm-hmm.
I made good friends with one of their technicians, Phil.
Alberto, I appreciate the offer, but I think I'll stay away from California.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
We agree.
I don't think an old Louisiana boy would do too good in California.
No.
No.
Neither do I.
It's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Oh yeah, I may go visit. You know, I wouldn't mind going to see the Hollywood sign and stuff. But
yeah, I wouldn't mind visiting my buddy Chris at Field Piece. I wouldn't mind going and seeing him.
I went out there in 2004, got to see all the stars and the Great China Theater and all that shit. But I was ready to come home.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to go just because I've never been there. But other than that, I don't want to deal with the people really.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not saying everybody in California is bad. Just those select people, you know who I'm talking about.
98% of
them. There.
Yeah.
Some people are good. Hey, Mike, bring my tablet in here so I can see the chat.
I think I saw.
And you're in charging.
I think I saw he was in California where they passed a law where you can take a shit and piss on the sidewalk now.
San Francisco, probably.
Yeah, San Francisco. Yeah.
Hell,
I wouldn't doubt
people.
That's one of those sanctuary cities, isn't it?
Hold on. What's that, Chance?
Oh, you just see all the homeless people living in San Francisco. It's a shithole, liberal city.
You can't have a straw in California, but by God, you can take a shit or a piss on the side of the road.
Yeah, exactly.
They
got
have
some
the
fucked up values out there in California.
They have those clinics where addicts can go in and shoot up in front of doctors and shit.
Good God.
In case they die, they can get revived, and they got clean needles and hand washing stations and shit.
Oh, that's real nice. Hey, how you doing? I'm here to do my dope.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. My tablet's dead.
Yeah, California is a great example.
You gotta be kidding me. This thing was
liberalism in America, what it looks like.
Damn it.
One of the guys in the chat said he went to his honeymoon in New Orleans. Oh yeah, look, I'm not dogging New Orleans. New Orleans is a lot of fun. You just have to, I guess it's like anywhere. You just got to know where to go and where not to go. I mean, and you don't have to go to Bourbon Street to have a good time, man. You can go to the Jackson Square, go see the St. Louis Cathedral. I recommend everybody go to a place. It's called Cafe de Monde and eat beignets and have coffee. There's a lot of stuff to do in New Orleans, but the night scene is on Bourbon and in the French Quarter, and that's where you got to be careful. But as long as you stay in the general crowd and you stay away from them dark alleys and stuff, you'll be fine. Natural gas, I'm not sure, man. I have a Mac and I use Google Chrome, but I did send you the link.
Has he been in here before?
I don't think so. Hey, Isaiah, you're on mute.
Dang it! I can't believe it. I was wondering.
What game you playing?
I'm watching YouTube right now.
Oh.
Hey, you know what's a good hotel to visit, John? If anybody comes to New Orleans, the Roosevelt Hotel. It's a good one.
I usually stay at the Crown Plaza on the corner of Canal
That's a
and
good
Bourbon.
one. I've been to that place personally. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's on the corner of Canal and Bourbon. That's usually where I stay.
What's the hotel where they have the bar that like spins around while you're sitting at it? You know what I'm talking about? It's on like a big motorized platform, the entire bar, and you slowly spin around as you're sitting at the bar.
Shit,
They
I'm
got
talking
about.
about.
They got one of
That
them.
one.
They got one of them in Seattle. I've been to in Nashville. I've been to one like that too.
Yeah,
Really?
Well, look, like, if any of y'all ever come, holler at me. I'll be glad to come meet y'all. I live about an hour away from there. I'll take y'all to Pat O'Brien's, and y'all gonna get y'all a hurricane. Oh my God!
Hey John, it's a good little place. You want to grab get some good old New Orleans because a good place that I used to go do some work at, get some free food at. Back, this was 10 and 12 years ago, a long time ago. It's Big Easy Food and Gas. That's a good little place to go.
Yeah.
Get your quick bite to eat, fill up on gas, and get out of there. Because we did the air conditioning over there for the refrigeration. We did all of it for that store at one time, and they had the coldest beer in the state of Louisiana. The only gas station that had it, really. And there's one Walmart gas station that's claiming they have the coldest beer in the city. Believe it or not.
If there's one thing that's in Louisiana, it's cold beer.
Hey, good food.
I had a whole mess of crawfish yesterday at the seafood restaurant. Probably a dozen or two of them. That's what I really want to go to Louisiana for, is to get the freshest crawfish I can get.
Yeah, because those were probably a week old.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, the thing about it is, man, I don't know what they're like, but you're not going to find crawfish in the Carolinas or anywhere like you're going to find here.
I know. That's why I want to go down there, just for that.
Yep.
I love them things.
Yeah.
I eat the hell out of them.
And alligator.
Yeah.
I've only had alligator once, and that was when I was in Florida.
I want to try that soft shell crab.
Dude, soft shell crab is so good.
Oh yeah, there's good food here for sure.
You can get anytime you're on a coast anywhere, you can probably get soft shell crab fried up.
Yeah.
It's so good, man.
Yeah.
Get it fried and put it on like a sandwich, like a po' boy.
Yep.
Yeah. We got some damn good shrimp po' boys, Danny and Clyde's. Boy, they got the best freaking po' boys in town.
You walk down Bourbon Street, man. There's probably 20 titty clubs. And
I eat next to the strip club.
Oh yeah. Look, you can walk down there drinking, doing whatever you want, and the strippers will come and stand at the doorway. They can't get on the street, but they'll stand in the doorway where you can see them.
Nice.
And they're all like, "Hey, come on in, it's titty time," and they'll shake their ass at you and shit.
I gotta stay away from that.
Yeah, dude. You know where we ate next to, John and Chance? Next to Larry Flint Strip Club. We ate next to.
Oh yeah, Larry Flint. I've been to all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk out of one, there's another one right next door, and then you walk a couple more blocks, and there's another one or three more.
Yep.
Yeah, it's something else, man.
How far are you from New Orleans, John?
An hour and 15 minutes.
Yep. Man, I got to tell you what, I had a lot of fun starting up that Linux system, John. When I originally started it up, I'm like, Dad, why is this damn condenser not running? Come to find out, them idiots at 110 volts going to the condenser. Believe it or not.
Are you starting to put in Linux now?
This was a startup on a system we had somebody install for us. We did this. We had a little friend of ours that has his crew installed it. And he hooked up the system. Come to find out, them idiots didn't even wire it up for 240 volts. So I had to literally rewire the damn thing.
Nice.
Got it cranked up, started it up, and you needed about a pound of refrigerant. They were doing some renovation in the house the night before, right? The day we got it going.
Is that the one you did the video on?
Not doing too good. So come to find out, they didn't even add any Freon to it. They couldn't get it running, and they undersized the heater inside and put a piston on it, knowing it, we had charged by subcool. So they screwed them there. I mean, their true 14C efficiency. Believe it or not.
Is that a subcontractor you guys hired?
Nope, it's another company that we did some work that we were partnered with at one time.
How come you have them do the install? Just out of curiosity.
He throws us work, repair work. We throw him work his way.
I see.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, you did a pretty good install on this system. It looks pretty nice in the way I did it. And if y'all do see the video that I did, you'll see the little gas station I took care of, for a while.
Yeah,
for a little while there. It's Big Easy Food and Gas. And I wasn't even there 5 minutes. Guy got shot in the chest 5 times. Wasn't even there 5 minutes.
That was that last video you put up?
Yeah, that was my last video. And you can see right where the guy got shot.
That was a hell of a video, man. You're getting good at it.
Well, and I literally had the G.I. Joe my way to get into the back of the attic, believe it or not.
Yeah.
To the furnace.
I don't know what those are. Somebody in the chat asked if anybody's used the Klein hybrid pliers.
I think I've seen them. I think I know what he's talking about. But
yeah, I think I know what he's talking about too, because I've seen them.
It's a wire stripper / pliers / they're kind of like all in one.
Is that the one where it's got like the linesman tip on it?
Yeah, I think so. And it's got the wire strippers on there too.
I love those things. The blue handle with the linesman tip. Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
Well, does it have like the wire stripper part in it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure the model. I don't know the model I have, but I'm just going off of what you guys are saying. If that's the one, it's got wire strippers and it has the pliers.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not sure if it has the crimpers on it, but I use separate crimpers anyway. So.
Hey John, how are you liking the Gerber?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them before. They look kind of cool, but I just never bought them.
I got a set of Milwaukee like those.
Yep.
Milwaukee makes a set.
Milwaukee's been coming out with some good hand tools.
Yeah, how's the Gerber tool I sent you treating you, John?
Oh, it's good, man.
Man, I got me one of those Milwaukee 18-volt shop vacs.
Yeah, I got one
too.
Yeah,
I got one.
I want one of those. I don't have that, but I want it.
Do you have the backpack or do you have the handheld one?
Handheld.
That's what I got. It's a nice one.
That's badass, man.
It sucks the batteries out though. I tell you.
Oh yeah, it eats a battery.
Dude, I tell you what, my freaking dad likes to scare the shit out of me with that thing once or twice.
The first time I saw that thing was on Ted Cook's channel. Ted Cook uses that thing a lot.
I bought a tool that Ted was using on his channel. It's this little adapter that you could hook up to different size drain lines and hook your vacuum up to it. I never saw that before. It's the coolest thing.
Yep.
I just bought one of those Malco bits, the magnetic bits.
Yeah.
Oh, the reversible?
Yeah.
Hey, Chance. I've been meaning to ask you about that.
What's that?
I remember one of the guys that was in here last time we were talking about Linux one time. I know a close friend of mine that does AC had a Linux about, he said 2 months old in the coil already went to leaking, believe it or not.
Really?
I was freaked out too, because I know back in the day they had a good bit of problems with it.
I haven't had a leaking coil in ever since everything went to aluminum.
Yep, and when I went to my carrier class, they were talking about the new blower assembly. It's not like the belt-driven system anymore. It's going to be a whole different blower assembly now.
Are you talking about
they're
commercial
using
units?
On their 3-ton and 6-ton package units. They're using.
See, I don't do anything with package units.
Yep. So I know for any commercial guys out there that don't know about this yet, and yes, if y'all want to get a micro channel through Carrier, because Carrier's still offering that, believe it or not, you're gonna have to jump through hoops to get it, and they've went to 5/16 copper tubing on their 10-ton and 10-ton and up package units. I've went to 5/16 tubing. and they have basically a smaller tube when you're getting more airflow across that coil and less refrigerant. That unit's going to hold now.
Huh.
And plus, you got to jump through hoops anyway to get the micro channel now. If you want it, you got to go through hoops just to get it.
Ain't nobody want microchannel anything.
Man,
Hey, you know how we were talking about that Harbor Freight light a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Well, I just saw it's on. I'm sure it's the same nationwide, but I just saw it went on sale today.
Oh,
or yesterday. I'm gonna go pick one up tomorrow or Monday it's like $24 instead of $39.
Oh yeah.
Is that the long strip?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one the hacker uses.
Yep.
Ow.
I just don't like the micro USB chargers on things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that either, but it looks like a pretty badass light though.
And,
Guys, y'all ever put in like fluorescent lights that got the ballast and stuff? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've done a couple of them. My dad and I've done a couple of them on these big commercial buildings.
Well, the reason I ask is, you know the wires that are in there. You hook your ballast up. They're real thin single strand wires.
Yep.
Well, I ran into a unit this week. It was a walk-in freezer, and they on the call it said that it was at 50 degrees.
Yeah.
So I get there, they still got food in the damn thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So and the condensing unit was on top of it. Okay, it was just a small walk-in freezer. So I climb on top, take the panel off for the evaporator, and it was froze up. So I got my pump sprayer and unthawed it and started investigating and found the time clock wasn't working.
Yeah.
So I went to pull it out, and it was this little tiny time clock, man, about as big as a pack of cigarettes, and you could tell it wasn't original. So as I was going through, I started checking out everything, and I noticed that the wires, I said, man, something just don't look right with this little tiny ass wires. And someone had cut like the wires off of a ballast and wired this whole damn unit up with those kind of wires. And the wires had fused back at the connectors, fused back about 2 inches on this thing. And I wouldn't got me another defrost clock, the right kind to put back on it. And I had to completely rewire that whole unit. I was there half a day.
Nice.
Yeah.
On the compressor, trying to run the compressor off of that little tiny ass wire.
Yeah, that won't work.
Evidently, it had been. But I don't know how.
I saw somebody install a Mitsubishi mini split, and they used from the outdoor unit to the wall head unit. They used 18-4 wire, and they just like ran it exposed.
Nice.
Jeez.
Yeah. I did a LED wall pack about a couple months ago. Went, got it wired up. Went to start the damn thing up. Wouldn't even light up. So you know what else? I just said, man, fuck it, let's get out of here, because I'm freezing my ass off as it is with that 70 mile an hour wind, blowing its ass off up on that damn lift. I'm like, let's get out of here. So I ended up saying screw it. I never went back since to finish it up. So I was literally so freaking, excuse my language, everybody. I never got some women watching. I was so freaking pissed off about it. I'm like, I'm not, coming back and finding out this thing, because I ain't got time.
Do you guys use sorry? You guys use anyone use Nipex pliers?
Yes.
I love them. I bought them, and it's a little bit of getting used to when you first get them,
But once you've got it set and it clicks, you don't have to worry about it closing up.
Yeah. With channel locks, you squeeze your fingers in there if you slip or whatever,
Yeah, I don't own any Nipex, but I've heard good things.
They're expensive, but they're nice.
Yeah.
See right there? There's a pair of regular channel locks. Well, we started getting some warm weather this past week. I had 2 or 3 days. I had AC calls.
Nice.
Yeah, we had to run ours yesterday. It was rainy here, but it got hot in the house.
Yeah, it was hot in my house today. I ran mine.
It was windy here, but it was nice out. But if the wind had laid down, we'd have been all right.
So hey, John.
Uh-huh.
Last week when we were talking about that train,
Yep.
So what I was referring to, which I'm not sure if everyone I just don't want to mislead anyone. I was talking about the X. It's been a while since I installed the train. I've done like probably 500 XV95s. That's what I was referring to with how to wire and everything last week. You know.
Right.
And I actually pulled up the manual because I know a lot of people were saying I was wrong, but it actually does say you're only jumping Y and O during if it's a non-heat pump application to ramp the blower. So I guess if you have a heat pump, you can't do that. You can't have the blower ramp, you know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mother!
But I'm not from the South. We don't. I probably installed besides mini splits, probably 2 heat pumps ever, you know. So I don't know.
Right. I know Ted Cook does a lot of that. He every 16 SEER single stage condenser he does, he puts a variable speed furnace or air handler.
Hey, John, did you hear about Michael Lee?
What about him?
He's he's what, as we say, dying.
Oh, it's that bad?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know it was that bad. I knew it was back, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Yep.
Isaiah.
Yes.
Hey, your dad is he's the most patient, easygoing guy. It seems like when in your videos, I'm watching it, I'm like, man, he's got to be a good teacher to learn from, you know?
Yeah, he is.
But he's an ass.
At times. Yo, you some.
You doing okay, Zach?
Yeah. Trying to be tough, but I'm gonna be a man about it.
No, but John's gonna calm you down if you start rattling at the mouth.
Ouch. Ooh. Ugh. What the heck?
Yeah, I worked on a train rooftop of what day was that? Thursday afternoon. I like it. It was a nice unit.
Was that the one you did the video on?
Yeah, that little short video that I did.
Yeah.
Their economizers are super easy to install. It's like plug and play. There's nothing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just so over-engineered.
Ow.
What do you got? What does everyone sell here? What do they work with?
Well, when I had my company, I did Ream and ICP.
I get whatever I can get the cheapest.
I think Chance does Linux and American Standard.
Yeah.
I really like
you got Carlos. You got the day before you got at the class, the guy Carlos, the AC man.
John knows Carlos?
Yeah, John, have you met Carlos before? He's another little good friend of mine.
Damn it, son.
You want some of this?
What?
Here lately I'm not really so much worried about brand. Well, depending, if it's like Nordyne, then I wouldn't do it. But if I had my own company here, I would actually sell American Standard because of the supply house. Because the American Standard store here is awesome, people.
Yeah, that's how I choose who I'm selling.
Yeah.
Whoever takes care of me the best, who's going to make my life the easiest, that's who I choose.
Yep.
Yeah, the American Standard store here is awesome.
It's all about
I was going to ask,
right?
Yeah, I was going to ask that. What would be more of a selling point is how the supply house takes care of you, or or it'd be like warranty work and stuff like that.
Yeah, well,
Usually,
back in Alexandria, I would have bought everything from Ari Michael except, but they're Nordyne, and I can't do Nordyne.
Yeah.
So, but Ari Michael was so good to me. But the manager knew how I felt about Nordyne, so there was no hard feelings. I bought everything else there, though. I bought all my truck stock there and everything.
Yeah.
yeah, the whole brand name thing, like brand name usually doesn't come up to out there and say, okay, let's go ahead and do it, and they go, oh, by the way, what are you putting in? And then I tell them, like, yeah, it's, on my, when I give quotes out, I don't even put brand name on there. I just put variable speed, modulate, whatever. I don't put brand name.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't do Nordyne.
You ever go on an older, not older, but I mean maybe 15 years old Frigidaire Westinghouse call, 80% furnace. The circuit board's in right by the heat exchanger. It's always a circuit board. 903-106 is the circuit board number. Always a circuit board. You go on no heat, just bring your circuit board right in if it's a Frigidaire.
Yeah. Another good supply house here is Johnstone. They're awesome, but they're Daikin and Goodman.
See, they're horrible around here.
No, they're really good here.
Did Johnstone Coleman?
I mean, you go to Johnstone, man. They help you, and I mean, they got everything over here.
Yeah,
they're
definitely hit and miss.
The problem I have with Johnstone is if you have like a different counter guy than you're used to, like you go to a different Johnstone or whatever, they have all their list prices. So like you got to watch your price because otherwise they freaking jab you. You know what I mean? They'll give you the list price on crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use their website a lot. If I'm trying to find something that's odd that I don't buy very much, and I use their website all the time to find something.
Yeah.
I think their website's pretty good too.
Yeah, it's really good.
And from what I was learning in my carrier class, believe it or not, dude, we had one carrier back authorized dealer that was in the class with us. They were saying they work in a bunch of VFD systems. Controllers with a carrier. I know he was saying he had 10 to 15 rooftop units with that control on it that they installed. And this was one of the little guys my dad was friends with 30 years ago when he was partnered with him. That was over 35 years ago when they were together.
Isaiah, what the hell is that? A pink unicorn on the wall?
Yeah. No, don't laugh about it. It's a little something I like to have as a little keepsake.
Okay.
Yep, I know. I'm weird.
Hey, everyone's weird, right?
You're damn right.
Yep.
My wife thinks I'm weird doing this HVAC stuff and hanging out, all this shit on YouTube. She's like, "Don't you watch anything else on YouTube?"
Freak. Yep. And from what I'm thinking about, John, is looking into getting building my little YouTube setup for HVAC.
Yeah.
So, John, did you get those extension cables for those Yellow Jackets?
No, not yet.
What the hell, man?
I
You
didn't
slacking.
yet. No, as soon as I do, though, I'm gonna test them out.
Yeah, but have you needed the extension cables yet?
Not yet.
I don't think you will, man. I really don't.
Not yet. I haven't, and I used them. I used them pretty good this week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
I think
Ted.
Yellow Jackets' thought process behind all that was they just don't want you to have a long ass wire to carry out there with your manifold.
Right, that's the same thing with Tesco. Like 5 foot, 6 foot of hose and only 3 foot of cable.
Yeah, it hasn't been an issue yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, just use short hoses on them. That'll keep you closer to it.
One of the guys in the chat said his 860s came with extensions. Let me look in the box and make sure I didn't overlook that.
That'll be funny if you did, man.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
No shit.
That'd be really funny if you did, John.
I guess it's gonna have to be funny then because there's fucking two of them right here.
That's hilarious.
Look at that.
Oh shit.
And Yellow Jacket's probably like, you motherfucker, if you look in the box, there's some damn extensions in there.
That's hilarious.
I'm surprised I didn't get an email. I'm surprised I didn't get an email from my Yellow Jacket rep saying, hey, dumbass, look in the box.
That's hilarious.
Look,
They're probably just going to wait and see how long it took you to find them.
yeah. But
How's the battery life on it now that you've been using it?
It's still at 60%.
So you haven't charged it yet?
Nope, haven't had to.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's weird how
that I have. I haven't even had to replace the batteries yet. Knock on wood or something.
Thanks to whoever said that in the chat. Yeah, look at this.
Shit, look at that. Yeah, hell.
Ah!
That's got to be like 8 feet.
Oh yeah, female.
Good thing you didn't throw out the box.
No, I didn't. Yeah. Yep.
I wish Testo would come with that, John. You know, that foot of lead. That's my only pet peeve with my Testos. They give you a 3 foot of cable with only 5 foot of hoses. That aggravates the crap out of me. It gets a pain in the ass sometimes when you got it, like, literally. Your gauge ports are far away from where your gauges are sitting.
All right, well, Yellow Jacket did think of everything then.
Yeah, well, you know, those things look pretty long too, man. You can probably sit out in the van and check your pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to ask you, is there any glare on that screen when you're out in the sun? Because it looked like when you made that video, there's a little glare. Maybe it was from the camera. But...
It must have been from the camera because I haven't had an issue at all.
No? Okay. Shit. That's good. That was my only complaint if it was a complaint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what is the backlight? How does the backlight work? Because they say like with backlight, without backlight. Like I don't get it.
It's always lit. Now
it's basically they're probably saying like the screen goes into sleep mode or something.
It does.
Yeah.
And you can set the time of like 5 minutes, 10, 15, how long you want it before it goes into sleep mode. And you can also turn the brightness up, up and down like you want.
Makes sense.
Cool.
Yep. And the touch screen is awesome. I mean, it's you don't have to, beat on it. It works really well.
Well, see, you need to tell Yellow Jacket you got 6 other guys that come on your podcast, and we all need a set.
Yeah, and I want to get me a set too, so that'd be pretty awesome.
Well, I am gonna try to talk them into sending me another one to give away.
That'd be good if I could win me a set. I've always wanted to try them.
Yeah, we're not YouTube famous, man. We can't handle that.
Yeah, but I almost had him as a sponsor on my channel, believe it or not. I got this freaking close to getting him as a sponsor.
Yeah, and House Call Pro just came on board with me.
Yep.
Good.
Hey, I mean, ask you, Sean, is it rare to get Vito as a sponsor?
Oh, you're not going to get Vito as a sponsor. We
I
tried
almost
that.
did, believe it or not. I got this close.
We tried that with when I was podcasting with Zach and everything.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to bite on it. Now they'll send me bags to try out and stuff. So
yeah,
I'd
like to see about that. I've always wanted to try the MCT from Vito.
A friend of mine left the tailgate of his truck open, and his Vito bag fell out on the highway, and it got ran over by a couple trucks.
Oh,
he went back and got it, and the thing was destroyed. And he called Vito. He's like, "Will you warranty this?" And they're like, "Send us a picture." They're like, "No, we're not going to warranty that."
You know what I had one time, John?
What's that?
Remember that? And believe it or not, when I was in Baton Rouge that one time, you know what I found? When I was standing there, checking that old carrier, no sooner about an hour later, I saw the freaking unit liquid line starting to ice up. I'm like, oh shit! Now, what you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me this son bitch is restricted on the liquid line dryer? You got to be kidding me! The son bitch was working perfectly fine, then it started to ice up on me. So I hurried up and shut it down and left it off. and checked, and checked my, did my little test, from each side of the liquid line dryer. Liquid line dryer was okay. I don't know why it was icing up on me like that. That freaked me out a little bit because I was on the phone with the little guy that owns that building, little store, when that happened.
Does it have a piston or an expansion valve in it?
It's a capillary tube system. That thing's well over 40 years old. It's old 1985 Weathermaker carrier.
I heard Carrier Residential, their secondary heat exchangers, they partnered up with the Swiss cheese factory. Sorry, I'm just busting your chops on that.
58 MVP furnaces are on recall.
We don't see many 90s here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't see many 90s, but I know one guy was having a lot of trouble with this carrier. This dude didn't even know what the piss he was doing. Believe it or not, I had to help him fix his own unit and troubleshoot it for him and help him repair it.
Yeah. You got in natural gas?
You guys see me?
Yep.
Nice. From Canada. How are you guys?
All right.
Great.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you. What's up, Peter? What's up, John?
How y'all doing?
What's up, dude? How you doing, man?
Not
That's good to meet. It's good to meet you. The names I say, by the way, bro.
Yeah, nice to meet you, buddy. Nice to meet you.
How do you say your name? Is it Pino or Pino?
My name's Pino, but short form for Joseph. I figured I'll use Pino for short form because in Italian it's Giuseppe, and Joseph, Peter, Matthew in here sounds like a Bible story in here. So I figured I'll use Pino, which I use sometimes.
Ooh,
sounds very Italian.
Please.
Yeah, I couldn't get it to work on. Sorry, cut you off.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing because I want to do like a little restore project on one of these older Ford, for all the Ford blowers. I want to do a little restore project on my channel because I haven't done one before. Try to bring some fresh content to my heating and air channel. What do you think, John?
On your heating and air channel?
Yeah, I'm thinking about bringing some something for all the guys that for all the Ford lovers out there. Start the pot with the Chevy guys. Start a pot on them.
I would maybe create a separate channel for that. I wouldn't mix it.
Yep, I'm just fucking with you, bro.
That Todd Simpson said, "Dang, there's some ugly dudes in here."
Not talking about me.
We don't see your picture, Todd.
Hey,
one good thing to know is he's not lying.
Oh, hello, buddy.
Yeah.
Ted, quit making fun of the way I say York. And there's to all the other fuckers out there, I say yellow.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yellow jacket.
Yeah,
that's all good.
It's Louisiana. I can't help it.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Proud of where you're from.
Yep. Yeah, I'm proud of where I'm from. Been in Louisiana all my life. I'm not going anywhere.
My first.
And Joe Shear corrected me one time a while back. The way I say hermetic, I know it's pronounced hermetic, but it's just the way I talk.
Hey, you guys have? I always get yelled at all the time up here. You have a grocery store I call it Mariano's. No. I say I pronounced that wrong. I don't know.
We got Publix.
Yeah, Joe. I know it's hermetic. I know it's.
About to get another beer.
Hey,
no, I didn't forget, Joe.
Nope. And my testers, I'm loving them so far. Yeah, so far so good. And I've been pretty much, ever since that little startup I did, everything's just been slow. All of a sudden, I had one call come in when I was at the carrier class. A good friend of mine has an AC that's down. I did some work on their heater last winter, and now they're complaining the air conditioning AC is not coming on, the condenser. And I remember putting that dang disconnect in, with the power with the base and then on position. I don't remember, leaving the disconnect off at all. But if I did that, I'm gonna kick myself kick myself in the ass if I did that. That's the first time I've done something stupid like that. Right, that's what I'm saying, because the condenser's not even coming on.
Speaking of disconnects, it seems like every job I went to this week, y'all know them Cutler hammer disconnects?
Yeah.
Does everybody know which one I'm talking about?
Talking about the plastic ones?
It's plastic and it's like a flat bar.
Oh yeah, the 2 pins on the one side.
Oh my God, getting that thing back in. Oh,
you bump the compressors like.
I hate them damn disconnects.
Me too.
I like the current, the more recent disconnects. I like the Millbank with the small little red thing. Those are easy to get back in.
Mm-hmm. And then I like those, and I like
Mars makes a good one.
Yeah, the Mars with the little square pull out. I like those. And GE makes one with a switch that you just go side to side.
Yep, I actually had one of those, believe it or not, John, where the breaker that was in the disconnect from the factory jammed on me.
Yeah.
What were those old disconnects that they're out of business now? The big square ones where they either had the fuses or the non-fuses?
I love those.
What were those called?
Those are the best disconnects from the market. Those are nice.
Wait, say that again, Peter?
It's like a square, it's like a big square, and they could either have fuses or non-fuses, but it was so easy to get. You just pound it, you stick it in there, and then pound it in, and you're done.
I know which one you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
Those were awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, wet boys in here. It's about to get moist.
Hey, we got mama in the house tonight.
Well, John, my question is: you said that those yellow jackets had the rating of very moist. With those extensions, does that change it to wet?
Man, look, yeah. Now that I know that the sumbitch comes with extensions, it's extremely moist product.
Captain Freeze-On. You're right. Wadsworth. That's what it is. My mind was blank. Wadsworth disconnects.
Oh, okay.
Hey, John.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you like the foam gun by Viper?
The what?
The foam gun to clean the coils with?
Yeah. John Pastorello actually just sent me one the other day.
Because I've been wanting to try to get one because I never tried one before yet.
I don't know where you can get them, but I can't find them around here. So I contacted John Pastorello. I'm friends with him, the owner of Refrigeration Technologies.
Yeah,
and I asked him, I said, hey, I can't find them. Would you mind sending me one? And he didn't have a problem with it at all, and he sent me one. I haven't got to use it yet, though.
I think Johnstone had one of those on sale this week, didn't they?
Might have been a new Calgon brand.
I didn't pay much attention because I don't need one, but I thought they had a coil gun. Orange hand. I think it had an orange handle on it and a little.
That's the one with the tablets.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of the brand name. It's all right. You burn through tablets fast, though. I have one of those.
You talking about that Coil shot?
Coil shot. Yeah, it's all right. It's more kind of. I think it's more for looks if customers are sitting over your shoulder,
And I hate the argument people about those coil guns. People say, oh, they use too much cleaner. Well, you know what, dipshit, on top of it, there's a dial, to where you can set it to stop that shit from happening. God.
Those, but the coil shot, though, those tablets, no matter what you set it to, I mean, those things burn up quick. And then they, start disintegrating. So if you don't use a whole tablet, like the little granules or whatever that are left, they fall out and crap by the time you get to the next customer's house. So you really got to stock up on those tablets if you're going to use those. It's nice, but I think you're better bang for your buck buying the liquid.
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of a headache. I think she left.
Yeah, any of you guys use those Pelican cases from Harbor Freight?
Yep, I got 2 of them.
I just bought one a couple days ago for I lost my SDMM5 dual port manometer a few months ago, so I bought a new one. And I was like, I'm gonna put this son of a bitch in a case because they don't give you a case for it. So I went out and bought one of those, and it worked out slick.
I keep my drones in those. I got a couple of drones that I've put them in them Pelican cases.
Yeah, they're pretty slick.
Yeah.
Those are the Smart Tool. Isn't that a Pelican case that the Smart Tool comes in?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it is a Pelican.
I've got 2 Pelican cases. They're not for HVAC stuff, but I keep weapons in them.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's probably the best case you could ever get.
I like that little dial on the front that you can open and close for moisture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, those things are like completely waterproof.
Yeah.
I like seeing all these advertisements on Facebook from these heating and air companies. Call us out, bro. It's time to do your spring cleaning. And man, they're putting in fucking chemicals all over coils that are not even that dirty. And I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, they just eating that shit away.
Yep.
They come out every summer and they put chemicals on that damn coil, whether it's clean or dirty. I never understood that shit.
Most of the time, I just use water.
Man, look, unless that thing is completely plugged up, there's no reason for it.
A lot of people say you have to use something on like the spine fin coils. I disagree. I can get.
I mean, if it's caped up, I do, but I mean, I don't give a shit what coil it is, unless that some bitch is blocked or just plugged. I'm not using chemicals for routine, not for routine maintenance.
For cleaning a coil, my least favorite condenser coil to clean is ream. I say 50% of the time you got to pull the whole freaking enclosure.
Yeah, those suck.
Well, except for the new equipment, the new ones
exactly.
Like
the old
that.
ones, though.
Yeah, the old ones. Yeah, I love the units. I love the rectangle with the big door on it. Very easy to service, but my God. Especially if it's plugged up, you have to take that cage off.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that always seem to get caked up, too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why. Every time I run into one, they're always dirty.
Yep.
So I'm sure you guys noticed. I don't know the science behind it, but like, there's got to be something. What is it with like residential condensers? Sitting against the wall. The dirtiest side is always the side against the wall.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why is it?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I think it's when they mow the grass, it just blasts up against the house and bounces off the house and comes back.
Well, rain also
Yeah.
cleans your condenser coils, and if it's up close to the house, you don't get much rain flow into that. So that's a big factor in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hate seeing units set right next to a dryer exhaust, and the back of them get plugged up.
Oh, that's one of the biggest things over here. People in my videos and shit say, "Oh, why is the dryer vent right there?" I don't know. Ask the fucking general contractor. I didn't do it, but they do that shit over here all the time.
Yeah, John, why don't you just reroute it while you're there?
Yeah, why didn't you fucking bust the wall out and redo the dryer vent? Yeah.
Make sure you use zip screws too when you're putting that pipe together.
Yeah. I tell you what, I did the last rough-in I did, our new house was for one of my family members, and I had my line set sticking out and all that, and the contractor did the dryer vent. I didn't have to do it. It wasn't on my requirements. He goes and sticks it right in between both my line sets.
Jesus.
I said, "Come here." And I showed it to him. I said, "Why did you do that?" "Well, that's where I want the dryer vent." I said, "Well, you better reroute that motherfucker somewhere else." I said, "Because you're going to plug up my damn condensers." I said, "I don't know what it is with y'all." Oh, we got in a big old argument over it. And he said, unless the customer wants it moved. I ain't moving it. And I said, well, guess what? The customer's my cousin. I'll go talk to him right now. So I went and told him about it. I said, driver, it's going to plug up your unit to tell your fucking contractor to move it. And he moved it. He was pissed off about it, though.
Up here, they asked us to run the dryer vents.
Yeah, we do too here.
Well, it depends who the contractor is.
Yep. Hey, John, I'm head out tonight. My head's killing me.
Okay, man.
Take it easy,
I have
man.
my brother. Take
See you
care.
later, Isaiah.
See you there. See you there.
All right, Isaiah.
Hey,
All right,
Feeling
buddy.
better, man.
I don't know. All right, guys. Peace.
Have a good week.
Peace.
Yeah, I definitely can't stay on here as late as last weekend. Church was a tough waking up for church last weekend.
That was a fun time last week, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Especially,
you
with,
guys made me
sleep.
laugh.
especially with the time jumping ahead.
Yes.
I was waiting on those invites and I passed out. And I didn't wake up till about 5 o'clock in the morning and saw this had already gone through.
Hey, John, how'd you like the video I sent you, the metal work I did?
I left a comment on it. It was I liked it.
I liked it too, Peter. I seen it. It was pretty good.
I wish we could. I mean, not that we can't do our ductwork like that here. It's just I'd lose every job.
No, they're nuts. Everything in Chicago has to be overdone. It's overdone everything, you know? Conduit for all electrical. Most of the country, I heard, is like Romex everywhere, but I don't know. Everything's overdone in Chicago.
Yeah.
You from Chicago?
I'm like 45 minutes west of Chicago, but a lot of my work is in Chicago.
What's that bad area in Chicago? Was it Chirac or something like that?
Which one? Oh, it's South Side.
I think it's called Chicago. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I was
Yeah,
going to say
it's
all
called
Chicago.
I'm from the South Side. That's just a little bit east of where I grew up.
I mean, y'all all thought the same thing I was about to say. I think it's
Yeah.
called Chicago.
Now, there's some real rich, like ridiculously rich areas in Chicago, you know? Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
Trump Tower
block.
area.
one block I'm working on in Hyde Park, you have a guy that has a wing named after him in the art museum. Across the street, Muhammad Ali had a house. And then down the street, Louis Farrakhan has a house. It's like the richest of the rich. And then like 2 miles away, you're going to get shot, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, Peter, they know you can't see the chat, but the guys are asking ever since you talked about that video what the name of your channel is.
Oh. The only reason John, I told you this before. I don't know.
Yeah.
You got me. I think you were mad or whatever one day or whatever. I don't know. But I have another channel. It's Adam Muffich. Muffich. And if you do a search for that, it's my channel where I get the video posted.
Okay.
Memphis is safe my ass. I've been to Memphis. We just talked about that a while ago.
Yeah, I live in Clarksville now. I'm about 45 minutes from Nashville. And for it being the South, technically, they call it the South up here in Tennessee. It's kind of sketchy, man. I'm not going to lie. There's some characters out here. It's not North Carolina, that's for sure.
Let's get you here in North Carolina, too, though.
Come out here. Like you said, come out here. Shit ain't. It just don't feel right. I was in Chicago in 2015. I was coming home from a deployment. And I got stuck there because my planes wouldn't take off, and they took me. The airline paid for a hotel, but it was like 30 minutes into downtown, like Crack City, Chicago.
So you were at Midway.
I was at O'Hare.
O'Hare's not bad.
Well, driving through Chicago at midnight was pretty sketchy, and then they dropped me off like a block from the hotel. And they're like, yeah, it's right up the road, right over there. You can see the lights. I was like, you want me to walk over there, dude? I don't want to go through this town like that.
I used to be, actually, in that video I made, that's like from probably, I don't know, almost 20 years ago now. A band I used to be in, we were playing in Chicago, and I got my van towed while we were playing. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Cabrini Green. My van got towed to like right at the corner of Cabrini Green, and they don't let you in the building to get your van out. You got to stand in the corner, and that's like one of the most. It was they just knocked down the projects, but was one of the most dangerous parts of Chicago, and it was terrifying.
Ain't that out there where they filmed that Candyman movie or something?
Oh yeah, that's Candyman right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
They rebooting that movie. I seen something about it here a few months ago.
One of the guys in the chat asked if anybody that uses Testo has issues with the temperature plugs coming out.
Yeah, no, not really. I've never had any problems with mine.
I haven't either.
I heard Testo kind of. I don't know if you guys said this last week. I don't know. I was enjoying myself last week before you invited me on the chat. So I don't know if it was last week or what, but somebody was saying like Testo moved their facilities to China, and they kind of
it was me.
Yeah, when they were German, they were good stuff.
Yeah, because everything used to be made in Germany, but now they moved everything to China. And you can tell because the new manifolds don't look, I mean, they look the same, but like the buttons have a different style writing on them. They don't look the same as the German ones.
See, my favorite smart gauge is the Smart Tool by Sporlan, and that case is awesome.
Yeah.
But
that's what I
if you're gonna add a charge, you can't have your little 6-inch hose with the T in the case. It won't fit in the case. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off. I use a Vito bag. I just keep it attached, the 6-inch hose attached to it in my Vito bag. I don't use my Pelican case anymore.
It's such a nice case though. It sucks you can't use it.
I know. Well, I'm thinking about buying one for Harbor Freight, one that's a little bit bigger, and that way I can put my extensions in there and my T.
Yeah, that's what I keep my Testo probes in.
So one big complaint I had about the Mantooth, when I still have them, I really don't use them, is like when you're connecting, like the nice thing about the Smart Tool is when you turn them on, they automatically connect. Everything like hooks up. The Mantooth, you got to like go individually and like reconnect everything every time you're hooking it up. And I know it just takes a couple extra minutes, but it's like obnoxious, when you're in a hurry.
Well, you should send those to me. I mean, I won't have any problems doing that.
Hey, I will send them to you. You could, if you want them, I'd rather have them go to use. I legit don't use them, Email me. I legit will send them to you.
All right.
I've never used the Mantooth.
Is that the field piece? Is that the field piece? Or what one's the main?
No, that's the yellow jacket.
Oh, that's why I meant yellow jacket.
I got a set that I probably ain't used them 3 times in 8 years.
Yeah.
If you guys got all this equipment, you don't use, just hit me up. I'm building a tool bag as we speak. So
I hope it's a Vito.
I'm sorry, it's not.
Well, if you come back to North Carolina, I might be able to hook you up with some stuff.
I'll be on my way right through your neck of the woods in a month or 2. I'll hit you up.
I got a bunch of shit that I was trying to sell, and I finally just took the ads down and said, fuck it, man. If people trying to beat you down on everything, brand new shit, want you to take $100 less for it.
Shit.
On Craigslist?
On Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Usually if I'm buying something on Craigslist, whatever they have it listed for, I go in half.
Yeah. That's the same with me. I'm a dick about that.
Sometimes
I negotiate just for the thing of negotiating.
Yeah, no, I do too. It's like, what's it gonna say? No, who cares? It don't matter. My wife gets mad at me. She's like, you don't piss them off. That's insulting. I'm like, well, all they gotta say is no.
I was selling some Freon.
The way I look at it, it's easier to set in the toolbox in the back of the truck than it is to argue about it.
Yep.
Times got a little tight. I was selling some Freon, some brand new tubs of Freon, and I've got like 4 30-pound tanks of 22. So I threw a tank on there for sale, and I had it for like $350. And somebody asked me if I'd take $175 for it. I should have told him yeah, and had him to meet me someplace and just not show up.
Hey, you can't take it personal, man.
Yeah.
You run your own business?
I have my own business, yeah.
Okay.
And I work for a county school system too. So
okay.
So you guys gonna be buying R22 like heavy this summer, or are you gonna go?
Well, I
quit using
I
it
just got an
altogether.
email Friday from my supplier. They're selling for $2.99 a jug at a
Damn.
pallet price. I'm thinking about getting a pallet of it for that price.
yeah, I would too.
Yep, for sure.
When I first started, R22 was a little over 30 bucks a jug.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
I paid 30. I can remember paying $37.50.
It might have been in the mid 30s or whatever, but the reason why I remember it, I was a kid, is because a jug is 30 pounds, and I remember it was like $30-some. That's how I remember how much a jug costs.
Hey man, I can remember when a loaf of bread was 19 cents.
Not me. I say I remember my mom gave me $3.50 to go pick up a dozen Dunkin' Donuts.
Y'all ever paid less than $1 for gas?
He used to give me 20 cents to get a loaf of bread and said I could have the penny for gum.
Yeah, I don't use a lot of 22 anymore. I try to retrofit if I can. The school system, they quit using R22 last year. So if it still has 22 in it, we've got to retrofit everything.
You guys use MO99?
Not
That's
for
what
the
I
school
usually
system.
use.
I use 422. For cooling, you know. If you look at the charts on MO99, it's actually a little bit better for heating than it is cooling.
I honestly, the reason why I'm at MO99 is because I did a leak repair. This was a couple of years ago, and that's what they had in the supply house. And I bought it, and then that's like, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna keep using this so I could have one jug in my truck instead of keep buying other jugs,
Go to 407C, man. That's the way to go. 407, and the pressures are almost identical to 22. I mean, the older systems you got to use some POE in them, but
one thing I don't like about all these retrofits, for me, it's not so bad because I'm the only guy that works on the stuff that I work on. But I help a buddy of mine every once in a while, and you don't know what the hell's in the unit.
yeah, that's why I carry a silver paint pen, and I always write on my units.
I mean, you just don't know. You never see a sticker on anything.
When I work at these like apartment communities and that where they got maintenance man working, I have a separate reclaim jug that I use if we're changing a unit, and I label it jungle juice. I know they're mixing everything over there,
That's pretty much the way I do it. If he sends me out on one and I don't know what's in it, I just go to 407, pull it all out, vacuum it down, and start over.
Drop it on top of it. It works fine.
Yeah, I heard that you could drop some 407 in on top of 22 and it didn't hurt.
I've done it. We've done it all the time. Our boss ain't gonna let us. He just tells us to put it right on top of it. I ain't never had an issue.
The problem is, it's an EPA thing,
Yeah, I was going to say, it's against the law to do that.
But how many people's gonna do? You think honestly during the summertime gonna pull all that out and put 407C in the system?
Most people.
Hey, I get paid by the hour.
Nah, if you got 15 or 16 calls in one day, you're not going to do that.
It's time and a half after so long.
No, you. One of the guys in the chat. No, you can't. You're not. You can't mix refrigerants. It is
No.
illegal.
No, we don't do what we do.
Yeah, I got my earmuffs on right now.
Yeah, we don't mix refrigerants. We're just fucking with each other.
I still stock R22. I use R22. The only time I will replace something is if there's a leak where it's almost empty, and then I'll fix the leak and recharge with MO99.
I don't like MO99.
Why
I
is
didn't
that?
either. I don't know what it is. There's nothing I can say, and this is the reason why.
That's I use MO99 too. I don't see the difference in using that or 407C or.
I don't know if you guys have it, but we have it down here. There's a refrigerant called RS44B. I mean, that's just what they call it. I don't know what the actual refrigerant is. I can't think of it. But if you go on their website, it says, we do not condone mixing refrigerants because it is illegal in the United States. But in Europe, it's not. So in Europe, they use this RS44B and they dump it right on top of 22 with no issues. Now, I've never done that, but I've used it as a replacement refrigerant because it doesn't require an oil change, and it works really well.
I've got like 6 drums of MO99 out there in the building. I mean, I use it, but it's not my go-to,
But MO99 doesn't require an oil change either.
Yeah, no, that's why I use it.
No,
it's made by the Freon company.
Let's be honest. How many of y'all put 407C on top of mineral oil and had an issue?
I've always added some POE to the mineral oil.
I've never had no issue with the mineral oil on 407C.
You will.
Yeah. It's got bad return.
407C will not carry mineral oil.
I know that, but I'm saying that my boss ain't going. He's old school when it comes to stuff like that. He ain't about to.
Well, he shouldn't be using 407C then, because eventually that compressor's going to run dry.
I guess that's an opportunity to sell a new unit, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I paid too much. I paid too much for that fancy little oil pump like John's got, because see, John is the one that turned me on to that video when that first video he did, the retrofit with the 407C. He had that fancy little pump that he had to put down in that can because it wouldn't fit in the jug.
Oh yeah, and I caught so much shit for that because people say, "Oh, you can't mix it and this and that." And look, I've read on Honeywell's website they don't have an issue with it, and I've had no issues with none of those systems.
But why mess with the 407C if you got to add the oil? Why not just the MO99? I mean, the equipment you're putting it in is out of warranty. It's old equipment, just limping them by anyway. So
right, I just don't like MO99. I like 407C.
Look,
and adding that oil is. I know it looks like a lot, but it's actually really easy. It doesn't take long.
It's just another step and tool and material you got to buy, keep on your truck.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I found if you charge that unit first and turn it on and add it through the suction line, that oil goes in pretty easy.
Yeah.
You guys have that tool that Yellow Jacket makes it for the what is that oil they give you to free up TXVs when they had that rust inhibitor?
AC Renew.
Yeah. You could probably add the oil with that, I was thinking.
Yeah, but you can't add that much.
No, that's made by New Calgon. There's a product out there that you could put in a unit for 407C. It's called Supercharge. Instead of having to add oil.
Yeah, I don't use the MO99 very much. I've got this one complex that they don't, they're so cheap. They won't ever replace anything unless it's, a compressor's toast or something like that. So I'll put MO99 in there when they go completely out. And
if you look at the
R22 still.
If you look at the temperature glide on your Freons, MO99 isn't all that great, when it comes to cooling. It really works that compressor pretty hard with cooling. Heating it does pretty good with. Now 407C, it works good all around.
Yeah, I don't know. The way I look at it, it's a patch and just getting someone by if you're using that stuff anyway. So
yeah, well, I mean, if we're working on a system that we got to put that into, it's a patch any way you go around. I mean, unless we're putting in a brand new 410 system, I mean, it's a patch. So.
I know guys in the chat are saying they hate R22 units. Honestly, I love R22.
I do too. I wish everything was R22.
Yep.
I wish they would have never had to get rid of it.
I know.
R22 is the best refrigerant they ever came out with.
Yeah, it is.
I hate all these blended refrigerants.
And high temp.
Yeah, I love R22.
I saw a meme on the internet that said "Make America Great Again. Bring back R22."
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
But retrofitting is a sensitive situation anyways. Some people say I'll never retrofit, and some people say that's what I do all the time. But some of these old school people, they don't like that shit because it's new and change is bad. It's the devil.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's all about if you understand it, it's not that bad. It's a pressure temperature chart.
Somebody's got an echo, a bad echo.
I got a headset on.
Yeah, I got a headset.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from. Down here, they still do like condenser swap outs. They'll buy a 410 condenser and dump the 410A out and vacuum the whole system and then load it up with 407C.
That's natural. I just muted natural and the echo went away.
Now 407C has 410 in it, right?
I don't
look up the makeup of 407C and 410.
It doesn't have 410 in it. It might.
It may have some of the same.
It might have some of the same refrigerants.
Yeah, the same. You know what I mean.
So 410, when that first came out, they were saying they made a big deal. I remember I had 2 manifolds that I would always use all the time, and it's like you can't touch oils, you can't touch refrigerants, you gotta change line sets, and that's what I was doing all the time. And then I actually went to Texas, Tyler, Texas, with Train, and they told us, they're like, yeah, you could run, a 410 system with quite a bit of old oil in the lines. I can't remember what the number was, but they're like, it will run fine with no oil effects. And I told him, like, I used two different manifolds to separate this stuff. He's like, that makes you feel better. You can, but you don't have to. He's like, we tested it. You don't have to do that.
I did it at my house. Before we moved, away from where I'm from, put a new system on my house, went from 22 to 410. I didn't do shit. It was my house that I wanted to see. I didn't do anything. I just act like I was going from R22 to R22. I didn't flush. I didn't use nitrogen to blow the lines out or nothing. I never had no trouble.
See, I used to do every single job. I would drift nitrogen through every single job. But I had a guy that I started to grow my company, and then I had an installer that he refused to do it. So I'm like, whatever, because I'm, when you got a lot of jobs, you gotta get stuff done. I don't know. I tried coming down hard on him, wouldn't do it. So I have not had issues with it. So I don't know, I don't know what you guys do, but.
You mean when you're brazing?
When you're brazing,
I always run nitrogen. It don't take that much longer to do it anyways, and you can visually see the effects of not using.
Oh, definitely,
nitrogen.
All day long you can see it for 100%.
Yeah, you got to be careful, especially with these electronic expansion valves nowadays.
Yep.
Or I bet TXVs,
Yeah.
Do they have the screens?
Yeah.
And another thing, that I've had trouble with is, who's used Stay Bright 8?
I do.
I love it. I mean, just fixing simple leaks and shit like that. I mean, hell, I've sweated in line sets with it. I mean, it holds up just fine. But I tried to get them to use it at my job, and they're like, "No, we won't use it. It won't hold up to our pressures." And I'm like, "That's bullshit."
No, Stay Bright 8 will hold the pressure.
Yeah. I tried to tell them, and they're like, "Well, it won't hold the pressures that we're working with." And I said, "That's bullshit. You can use it on a 410 system; it'll hold the pressure." And by the time you braze, by the time you heat that copper up, you anneal that pipe anyways. I mean, your pipe is weak.
All you need is the tight joint.
Yeah.
Well, Stay Bright 8 claims that their joints are stronger than a braze joint.
Well, it is by the time you anneal the copper pipe. By the time you heat it up, you turn it cherry red. That pipe's not as strong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of. I never grew up on soft solder, so I've always, I'm braze all day long. I don't know. I don't know the science behind it, so I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I braze everything.
Well, you think your silver solder is 15%, your Stay Bright 8 is 8%. I mean, you can use a MAP gas torch. You ain't got to pull all that shit out of your van. If you got to fix a little leak, you can pull out your MAP gas torch and your roll of solder, and boom, you're done.
Do you do that over a silver solder braze?
You can actually silver solder over braze.
How big of an OD can he use it on though? Like on big pipe, big diameter, will it still work?
Hey, long as you're not going outside the pressure range for it. I forget, what is it, like 600 and some pounds or something?
Something there. Steve Labs uses it on almost up to an inch and a half, inch and a quarter.
OD, like refrigerant or plumbing?
Well, you could use it on either, but I mean,
refrigerant.
Okay.
I haven't seen them do it on a Freon line, but I've seen them do it on water.
I don't know. My opinion is you could change your tip on your acetylene, your air acetylene torch or oxyacetylene torch. You could adjust the flame on it. I don't know. I've just never done it. And I'm not looking to rewrite the book.
I was a braze guy for years and years and years, and I tried it one day, and I've been using it ever since.
Hey, John, have you ever looked up the blend of 407C and 410A?
No.
Look it up. It's the only thing's different is 407C's got R134A in it.
Yeah.
Well, it's percentages of those ingredients too that make up the refrigerants.
Well, that was another big thing what they used to say about R410. I'm wondering if you guys ever had an issue with this. When obviously you charge R410 as a liquid because it blends equally as a liquid. But they say if you have a leak in an R410 system, you realistically, they recommend you pull the entire charge out and start over again because as it's a gas, and when your gas leaks out,
leaks out at different rates.
Yeah, different rate. So I'm wondering if you guys. I've never experienced. I've always just charged up R410 units. I don't know.
I do. I'll pull it out if it's really low. Like I went to one last week. It only had like a pound of refrigerant left in it, so I just took it all out and charged it with all fresh 410. But yeah, if I'm adding just like a pound or something like that, I don't worry about it.
Well, they said the refrigerant fractionates or something in the system when it starts.
Well, the glide is off too.
Yeah, it won't be as efficient.
Correct.
Do you guys pull out the refrigerant if you have a leak or if you have like a system low on charge R410? Do you reclaim and start all over again, or what do you do?
I do them all blended. Anything that I work on is blended. If it's got a leak and it's down, 3 or 4 pounds, I pull it out.
Yeah, you're supposed to with blended refrigerants because if not, you lose more of one refrigerant than the other.
So here's the next question: like where you're at, like I'm not sure where you're at, and like what how many HVAC companies are like where I'm at? It's cutthroat. There's like, dude, it's a dime a dozen HVAC companies around here. You know what I mean?
It's like that
So,
everywhere.
if you don't recharge it, they'll find somebody else who does. So you got to make your money because they'll call 10 companies before freaking.
Okay, to the guys in the chat, we're not talking about using MAP gas for brazing. We're talking about using it for Stay Bright 8, which is a soft solder.
Right. And you can use oxygen acetylene with it. I mean,
yeah, the guys in the chat are like, "Oh my God, you can't MAP gas," and we're talking about using it for Stay Bright 8, not brazing.
To go back to the other issue, I don't really have that problem because I work for about 800 apartments I take care of, and nobody else is coming in here. So it's what I do is what I do.
Yeah, Peter, you said that it's cutthroat there.
On your side of the fence, I can see it being cutthroat, and you pretty much have to change your thought process to fit in.
Yeah, you say it's cutthroat. It's like it's kind of that way everywhere, but I find once I'm there at the house and they call me there for the service call, it's up to me on what I do. They're not going to, at least with me, they're not going to call another company once I'm there.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that, yes and no, but like I don't know, like I think like labor rates and markup rates like fluctuate around the country.
Yeah.
And, based on the competition and the price of living and everything, so I think like from where I'm at versus where somebody else is at, it's a big difference. I don't know.
True.
Hold on, let me answer this in the chat. Yes, you can use MAP gas and Stay Bright 8 for a system install. It works. I mean, it's fine.
Do your next video on it, John.
I don't have any. No, well, I do have some Stay Bright 8 somewhere that somebody sent me, but I don't know where it's at.
I don't know if it's a cheaper issue of using that than it is brazing, because a roll of that stuff cost me $80.
Well, I bought at United Refrigeration. I think that last roll I bought was like $54. That's with our discount. I used my company discount, but I don't know how much it would be. Each company has their own discount with each vendor. But I'm telling you, if my fat ass has got to go on a roof, I'm not carrying a torch up there. I can clip my MAP gas torch to my belt, take my roll of Stay Bright 8 in my pocket, and go up there and fix it.
That's one of the reasons why I changed. I just got older and didn't want to carry that torch.
I got fatter.
All right, guys, I'm out of here.
All right, man. Catch you later.
Take it easy.
Catch you
Yes,
later.
sir.
Have a good week.
Hey,
You too.
Hey, Joel.
Yes,
if you'll email me at mtechheatingandair@gmail.com, I'll get you an address and all that stuff and a phone number, and you can call me when you're coming back in this area. I'll hook you up with some stuff.
Yes, sir. I'll hit you up.
Later, Joel.
Later, y'all.
Later.
See ya.
So, hey, John.
Uh-huh.
I think I remember. I mean, I've been watching your videos for a while. I mean, you were big on, I haven't seen it in a while, but you were big on Zoom Lock for a while, right?
Oh, yeah, I still like Zoom Lock.
How do you, when you had your own company, you were using Zoom Lock?
I mean, I used it a good bit.
How do you justify the price of the fittings?
That was, I mean, I didn't use it as much as I brazed because of that issue.
I would love to use it. I use ProPress all the time for boilers and that, but like, man, the price of the fittings are crazy. It's so expensive.
No, I agree. Yep, I agree.
That's the reason I stayed away from it. I like the concept, but the fittings are just too much money.
Yeah. Oh, but it works. I mean, it works.
Yeah, if it was cheaper, I'd be all in on it.
This fucking squeaky chair. I need to get what's his name to get me one of those office chairs he's sponsored by.
Yeah, Isaiah.
No, Zoomlock's a good product. But the fittings are expensive.
I would think I would think for an installer who does a lot of installs, it'd be the cat's ass.
Yeah.
What kind of flex you got?
Sorry, Natural. Could you turn your speakers down just a little bit?
Okay, I'm on. All right, a little bit before mid. What kind of flux do you get? Stay bright.
You stay clear.
Yeah,
it's stay clear.
Yeah.
Stay clean.
Stay clear.
They make
I gotta try it one of these days.
They make two. They make a red bottle and a blue bottle. I use the red bottle.
Yeah.
I don't know what the blue bottle's for.
The only other issue is that, you don't really have to sand if you braze, but I mean, I always do. But with Stay Bright, you've got to sand all of your joints.
If you want that brace to stick good, you better sand it, because you'll fight that shit.
Yeah. You can fill gaps with braze. That's a nice thing, you know?
Yeah. You can't fill no gap with Stay Bright.
Nope.
I'm going to have to make a video on it. There's all kinds on there. I mean, I watched some really good ones, but I'm going to have to make a video.
So you guys, everyone in the video tonight, is everyone from the South? I'm taking it, minus our Canadian friend.
I think so.
I am.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well,
somebody has to represent the North.
Whereabouts in Canada are you?
What's that?
Whereabouts in Canada are you?
Not me.
Toronto.
Toronto?
Yep.
Yeah, that guy's right, man. You can fill gaps with Stay Bright. I've done it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, you can.
Really?
You have to watch your heat.
You got to have some.
What's that?
I was going to say, you don't have to add newspaper to the hole.
Stick some Brillo pad in there.
Yeah.
I guess you just get good at what you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Stay Bright is a soft solder.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought up the subject of Stay Bright.
You know, I had an interesting experience with Stay Bright. I don't know if it was this past, time just blends together, this week or last week. But I had a coil. I think I was actually talking about this last week. I had a coil that I had to remove and clean, and where I had to cut it and splice it back together again, it was too close to the Stay Bright, so the Stay Bright started melting. So I tried just going over it with Silfoss. I don't know what it is, the flux or the Silfoss, but you can't do that with Stay Bright. It started disintegrating the copper. It was just melting through the copper.
Yeah, they won't mix. They won't mix. That's why I still carry my torches. If I run into a situation that's leaking and it's there, you got to go back with the Brazing.
Yeah, I just ended up cutting it all out and starting over.
Yeah, you can Stay Bright over top of Braze over the 45, but you can't 45 over the Stay Bright because it messes up your joint.
Well, that's because the Brazing is a lot hotter.
Yeah.
Than what you need for Stay Bright. Stay Bright's way down there. The melting point is way down compared to Brazing. But I did an awful lot of water pipe before I started doing AC pipe, so I was used to soldering anyways.
Yeah, a few weeks ago they had me in this one school. We were putting in a new combi oven, and I had to make a manifold to hook up 4 water lines. So I went out to the van. I got me a bunch of copper water pipe and stuff like that, and I made this manifold. Well, the plumber come in, and he's looking down. He's just checking it all out, just talking and bullshitting. He's like, "Who made that manifold?" And my boss said, "Mike did." He's like, "Man, that's pretty good work." I told him, I said, "Yeah." I said, I should be a plumber. I know all the basics. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Shit don't flow uphill, and the boss is always an asshole.
And don't bite your fingernails.
Yeah, and don't bite your fingernails. And plus, I mean, I'm a big guy, so I got enough ass crack for the job. I have 6 children, so I know how to lay pipe.
Cheers to that. Does anyone else use ProPress?
No.
It's like Zoom Lock, but much cheaper.
Right. Yeah, I know what it is. I just don't. I'm not a plumber, so I don't use it.
We got a lot of boilers.
Yeah.
You know what would be nice if HVA fittings would be like PEX pipe. You put it together like PEX pipe, shark bites and shit.
What do you guys use? You guys use Uponor, like the Pro PEX, like the PEX A, or what do you use for PEX?
I don't know what they use, man. I
normally
go ahead. Go ahead, Ken.
Oh, I just said I don't use PEX at all.
When they send us those combi ovens, they come in a kit, and they come with all your PEX pipe and your fittings and all that stuff. Just they don't send you that damn manifold that you need to hook everything up.
The most expensive piece.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah. They're not too hard to make. It's just that it's a pain in the ass having to dig out all those fittings.
Yeah.
And you always got that one fitting that you don't have. You got to run all the way back to the parts shop to get it.
Yeah, I have a whole Milwaukee case just for those fittings. You have to. Building manifolds.
What is the new? Do you guys use that new the Milwaukee stackable set?
I use the Paco.
What is it?
The pack out.
Pack out.
The Paco, yeah.
No, they're pretty sweet though.
I use the plastic tote ones like that don't they hook together, but they're not on the wheel set.
I got the Husky ones from Home Depot, man. I like that shit. The stackable ones.
Well, see, I can't get it in and out of the truck when I get all my shit on it. I need a helper just to do that, and then he can sit in the truck till I'm ready to put it back in.
But hopefully, guys, next week I'll know. This coming week, I'm actually interviewing for HVAC in the same company. So I may be moving out of the refrigeration end and going over to the HVAC. So if so, I'll be getting that buller and chiller experience.
Isn't there more money in refrigeration?
There is, but my boss is an asshole, and I hope he's watching. He's an electrician. He's got 14 years experience running this refrigeration department, so I'm sure he's learned quite a bit. But I mean, he likes to tell me my job, how to do my job, and I just don't like that.
Oh, I got one of those.
Yeah.
John, does your boss know you have your own, YouTube channel and all that?
Yeah, that he's actually been following me for years.
He was on one week there.
Yeah, I was going to say he was on a couple weeks ago, wasn't he? In the chat?
He was in the chat, and me and him are fine, but him and his partner have a manager that's like a general manager of the company, and me and him are at each other's throat right now. I've been wanting to talk about it all night, but I don't think I'm going to do it on the air. But after I shut it down, y'all can stay in here and I'll tell y'all about it and see what y'all's opinion is.
How many trucks you got at your company, John, where you work?
Oh man. Like 10, I think. Somewhere around there.
Well, we have 128 schools, over 3,000 pieces of equipment, and we have 3 guys that handle all of it. So it's a little intense sometimes.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate a refrigerator gasket. You know, these door gaskets on these freezers and shit. Hate it. I bought me one of these tools. It's called a gasket boss. Paid like $90 for this thing. Company wouldn't buy it for me. Said, you don't need it. Heat those gaskets. Put them in hot water. Well, you know, when you're doing a walk-in freezer door and you warm those gaskets up, as soon as you put them to that door, the some bitches are froze again. I mean, they stiffen right back up. That gasket boss works pretty good.
Y'all see where Joe Biden's running for president?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Hands.
You said Bernie running for president again, too.
Yeah.
Is he going to be like 130 or something like that by the time?
Yeah.
That man's a fighter, though. He looks like he's going to war whenever he's on TV.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We need a free health care and
free this, free that.
Well,
he's such a douche.
He's the only millionaire that's never had a job.
Yeah. And he does this.
Yeah. I love how they all like to preach to us, but they all drive their $100,000 cars and have their 3 homes, and
yeah.
But they want us to be socialist. But
I hope he is the Democrat nominee, because Trump will just fucking annihilate him in debates and everything.
Hey, that JM HVAC, I'm feeling you, man. The pay isn't all that great. It isn't all that great at all. I do it for the benefits. Yeah, M-Tech. That's my company. M-Tech Heating and Air.
Oh, shit.
So what's the weather like down south?
What's that?
What's the weather like down south?
It's chilly here.
It's cold here today.
Yeah, what's cold to you, though?
Probably less than 50.
It's 50 here.
Yeah, last week when John, you emailed me, you said, "Hey, jump in." I ran outside because my kids were sleeping, and I'm in my garage talking. I was freezing my ass off out there. So this week I'm a little bit more prepared.
I seen I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but Aunt Becky from Full House is in some trouble.
I saw that. That's funny, man. Dude, they set her bond at like $1 million.
Oh yeah, yeah. Something about she paid the college for her girls to.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Well, the whole thing's pretty funny. What they were doing to get their kids into these colleges.
Yeah.
Like photoshopping their faces on different athletes to show that they're a polo player or something.
That says so much. That says a lot for the investigation committee that approves those applications.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, do we know where that echo's coming from?
Yeah, it's coming from natural gas.
Still? I can barely hear you guys. I'm really low. I don't know why.
Yeah, you might need to get some headphones because we can all hear ourselves echoing.
Okay, you know what? Okay, let me see what I can do here.
Can't you mute him real
Is
quick
that
to
better?
see if that's him?
What's that?
Can't you mute him
Is
to
that
see
better?
if it's him or not?
Yeah, I did already. It is him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not feeding back now. Well, not as
Okay.
bad.
Yeah,
But
there's a
John,
humming.
next week, Natural will have like a $200 microphone and all
Yeah.
this stuff.
So that's how much it cost you, huh? $200?
Close to it, yeah.
No,
Looks
I wanted
fancy.
to hook it up to my computer, but didn't work. I'll try it next week.
What's the majority of the stuff you work on up there? Is it gas, oil, electric?
Well, like Peter was saying, it's a cutthroat up here in Toronto as well. So what I do with my boss is we're in a niche market of dehumidification. So like we work on Cerescos and Dectrons a lot, 70%.
Huh?
Pool environments, Dectrons and Ceresco units. Dehumidifization.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you have to do a lot of dehumidification to get the temperatures you want? Is that what you're saying?
Sorry, you know what? I can't win over here. If I play you loud, it's gonna backfeed and then I can't hear you guys. Let me try something here.
It's the Russians' fault. Putin. Putin. I bet Putin would be badass to hang out with.
Oh, yeah, man. You just think partying with the dude.
You walk around with the shirt off all the time?
Yeah.
On a big ass horse.
Yeah.
So how many of y'all did it piss off when they took Roseanne off of her own show and renamed it The Connors?
Yeah, that fucking pissed me off.
Oh, dude, man, I was living, and I swore that I wasn't going to watch it, but it's still a pretty good show. I really liked Roseanne.
Yeah, that was a bunch
All
of
this
bullshit.
political correctness bullshit in this country nowadays.
Yeah.
Is that better, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obama lives in Chicago. Well,
He doesn't live in Chicago.
He just ruined
You
it.
work right across the street from his house. He doesn't live there.
He used to then.
He used to. They got They got a car of security. What is it called? Secret Service.
Yeah, he gets that for life.
On front of the house.
Hey, Junior, it's funny, that little picture that pops up on yours from time to time, I have that shirt. The one about the HVAC.
Hey Ted, what were you asking about the units?
Ted's still in the chat.
I think his name's Ted. The older gentleman.
That was me. I was asking, I don't understand what you're talking about when you say you do a lot of dehumidification.
Okay,
Why do you have to do that?
Okay, so in buildings and in houses, the air inside the pool area, indoor pools, it can't be the same as
I see what you're saying.
So we have a system, and it controls everything. The heat, it does everything: heat, air conditioning, or rejects the air, humidity, and so on.
Well, with pools inside, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand it now. I was
sorry about
for a minute.
Yeah. Pretty neat systems.
Looks like you got a fan in the chat there, John.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I'm real exciting.
We just don't want to see John walk around with no shirt on and coming up on a horse.
Hey, you fuckers are lucky. I put a damn shirt on for this hangout.
Hey, John, when I go down to visit my brother, I'm gonna be hitting you up.
Sounds good, man.
We'll go have
I used to be a lot of fun, but now my life it consists of working all day and coming home and trying to chill, which don't go too good with 2 toddlers. So
yep, I know how that goes.
Yeah, I hear you. I got 3 kids.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
That's why I'm down here in this bomb shelter.
All under 3.
and then we have, our son's autistic, so he's a handful. So
yeah,
my boy's just meaner than hell.
That dude that works, he said he lives in Canada.
Yeah.
So you work on pool packs?
No, all we do really is Dectrons and Cerescos. I never even heard of pool pack. What is that?
It's just like you were talking about dehumidification for pools.
Oh yeah, never heard.
I heard everything is real expensive in Canada.
Hey.
The housing prices and everything.
You got free healthcare though. Remember that.
Yeah. All you guys need to plan it now. You got plenty of time. Y'all need to all come to AHR in Orlando in 2020, February.
Hey, I'll be there as long as you come to Chicago.
Oh God, I don't know if I can do that.
You couldn't pay me to go to Chicago.
No, I was supposed to go to Atlanta, the one that just passed, but we were, with our son and all that, we just couldn't do it. But I've already got everything worked out for February 2020. I done gave everybody a year in advance heads up. So I'm going to fucking AHR in Orlando.
I'm down.
Chance, you think you can do it?
Yeah, my dad lives down in Fort Lauderdale, so I can definitely make something out of that.
Yeah, well, you got a year in advance, man. Go ahead and start planning.
What is AHR? Sorry.
AHR is like the biggest HVAC expo in the world.
Oh, wow. Cool.
There used to be I've never been to it. My father-in-law tells me about it, but like he always refers to it. He said the Smackna show. Do you know Smackna show? I don't know.
I've heard of it.
I don't know. I know some people call it Ashtray because that's who puts it on, but it's badass. I mean, hey, Mike, you think you could make it?
I'm gonna try. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna ride my bike down.
Just keep reminding us about it.
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
Are you guys gonna roll up on me since I'm a Yankee?
No, man, you're good.
I ride my bike down. I just put on layers, and as I get down, I can take off layers, and maybe I'll show up in Orlando with no shirt on, riding on an iron horse.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm definitely going, man. I'm looking forward to it.
That's not too far away from my hometown of Jacksonville.
Oh yeah.
You guys, my sister actually moved down from where we're at right now to she used to live in Key Largo. I went down to visit her, and we stayed there for a couple of days. We took a day in Key West. You guys ever been to Key West? That place is intense. It's like you don't need a vacation there.
I've been to
12
Panama.
hours and you're good.
I've been to Panama City.
I'll be right back.
Well, the chat is slowing down, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut the live feed off. But don't leave, y'all. Don't leave. All right, to everybody in the chat that's live, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. We'll see y'all next week around the same time, and thank y'all for coming in.